This is BJ Long. He is a Colorado Mesa University student who started the Esports Club at Colorado Mesa University, and today we're going to find out more about that journey.
So your question is, I'm part of the esports, and what do I define esports as?
Yeah.
Well, I'm involved with esports. There's a club on campus and a club sport, and what I define esports as electronic sports, competitive gaming. Pretty straightforward.
Why did you want to start esports at Colorado Mesa University?
So esports for me took off about my senior year of high school. I was playing a game called League of Legends, and my friends turned me on to it at the time. And transitioning into college, I didn't really have a way of staying in touch. Most of my friends ended up going to Colorado State University, and so they stayed close together because they were living together, and I felt kind of disconnected. And so we kind of used League of Legends as a way to stay in touch, and at the same time in the dorms, I was able to make some of my best friends here at college through video games. Specifically League of Legends, which is what we started the club off as originally first. We were the League of Legends club on campus. We thought, hey, that's niche enough. We'll be able to grab a couple friends and we'll be able to make a club off of that. Well, one thing led to another, and we kind of ended up with the esports club.
Was it a hard challenge to make it part of Colorado Mesa University?
It was difficult at moments, but it was also leaps and bounds with other moments. So where we kept running into one stop, as soon as we would jump over it, we would gain large chunks of ground and then come to the next roadblock and get kind of held up on it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then as soon as we got over that hurdle, we'd make huge leaps and bounds. So, in an extent, yes, it was difficult. It was difficult to pitch to a lot of older people why video games are important in today's society and why video games at Colorado Mesa University were important. And once we got through with that message, it was really accepting of like, hey, this is a huge community, this is a huge culture, and that was a great moment of when we got over that. But then once we ran into other issues with the legal issues with the video games, we're kind of still at that stuck point. The university wants to accept us, but they're having a hard time with some of the terms of conditions and licensing agreements that the video games ask for. So we're still fighting, I should say.
Why are video games important since you mentioned that?
Why are video games important to me, or
No,
why are
like,
they important in general?
why are they important in general?
So I'm going to talk about the video game industry and answer that in two parts. First part is why are video games important right now is esports is arguably and predicted to be this year alone a $3.7 billion industry. But it also brings a different type of culture. And the culture is what matters most to me. It's warm, it's welcoming, and I want to say it's kind of almost borderline like soccer. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're behind a keyboard and you're winning, that's all that people care about. Like, you can make some of your best friends with it. Sitting next to someone with a controller in your hand and enjoying a piece of media together, whether it be watching TVs, videos, or other stuff like that, is fantastic. And video games offer the same thing. Yes, you have that online aspect of, hey, we can sit behind the keyboard and play online while talking, like on a headset. That's fine. That helps introduce other people to the world, and that's a great opportunity in itself. So, your question was, do video games help individuals? Whether it be with mental illness, whether it be with other issues, do I see video games as being a help?
Mm-hmm.
Why I think video games can help individuals? My little brother's on the autism scale. He really has a hard time socially connecting at moments, and yet we used video games as a pinnacle of bonding. We were able to connect because of Borderlands 2 specifically. We were able to say, hey, this is a beautiful story, let's play through it together, and he then felt comfortable to open up to me. We could talk while we played video games, and that was the most beautiful thing growing up as an older brother. that moment is what I want to be able to give other people. I want to be able to say, hey, I've had good experiences with video games. They've helped me personally with my little brother. Let me show you why they can help you or how they can help you. If you think you know, bring it up with me. I'm more than happy to sit down and talk about it.
Where and when can other students find the esports club if they want to find these connections?
So for esports, if you want to connect with either myself, my email is rjlong@mavs.coloradomesa.edu. You should know how to spell that. Should be in the description below. Hit that like and subscribe button. Just kidding though, but really, if you want to follow us on Instagram as well, my personal handle is bjlong2014. Please feel free to follow that. Shoot me a DM saying, hey, when is the esports meeting up? We meet up on Thursdays at 5 o'clock in Confluence Hall. That's the building next to the construction site, the one that's really, really close to 7th Ave. It's also connected to the Eureka Science Fair. So we're up on the third floor, room 315. So please feel free to stop by and talk to us there. We have an email in the school directory. That's e-sports. Type that into the school directory in your email. Just bloop, and it'll pull that up. Shoot us an email. Shoot us a DM on Instagram. Our Instagram is cmesau. That's CMESAU esports. No period. No underscore. No nothing. Just cmesau on Instagram and Twitter. DMs are open on Instagram. I don't think they're open on Twitter. But we meet every Thursdays. Please come, have fun with us, come chat, come play video games.